The Caroni swamp was always known as the Caroni swamp to everyone from many years ago. Up until 2018, it was renamed by the government of Trinidad and Tobago to the Winston Nanan's Caroni Bird Sanctuary. In memory of the late Winston Nanan. Winston Nanan's dad before him, Mr. Simon Udat Nanan, he was the first person that started these stores right here in the early 1930s. And some years after Mr. Winston Nanan joined him, then they both carried on the stores together. And now that they have both passed on, Mr. Winston Nanan's sons and daughters have taken over the business and carried on the tradition. Nanan stores today, it's a third generation run family business. The forestation and flora that we have at the Caroni swamp here, it's mostly made up of mangroves. And there are three different species of mangroves. We have the white mangrove, the black mangrove, and the red mangrove. The most common one of them all is the red mangrove, and they are very easy to identify by their rooting system. Most of these large trees around us are red mangrove trees. And also if you look at some of the top branches or the outer branches that hangs over the water, you will see all those long tentacles coming down from some of those top branches. They are actually some of the roots of the red mangrove. And those roots that come from those top branches, they are called aerial roots. And the ones to the base of the trees that's plaited into each other like a web, those are called the prop roots. And this is the easy way we identify the red mangrove. We also have the white mangrove, which is just to the inside here. That long straight one that goes all the way up. That single one to the inside here. That's the white mangrove. They send solid hard roots to the ground. However, the leaves of the white mangroves, they are similarly shaped to the ones of the red mangrove, but they are a bit smaller and lighter in color. Then we have the black mangrove, this one next to the boat here. Even the one to the front here that hangs over the water. That's another black mangrove. It carries a pointed shaped leaf. And these black mangrove trees, they are a bit unique. What makes them unique is that they need fresh water to survive. And here in the Caroni swamp, the area is tidal. We have a mixture of salt and fresh water. That's why we have this brackish water condition. What these black mangrove trees does, they take up the mixture of water we have in the swamp here, infiltrates the water within itself, use the fresh water that they need, and disperses back the salt through its leaves. If you come during the very hot dry season days and pick some of the leaves of the black mangrove, you will see actual salt crystals on the leaves. The rooting system of the black mangrove is a bit different to the others. So just at the very base of the tree, they also send solid hard roots to the ground. And sometimes at a 3 to a 5 meter perimeter around the base of the trees, you would see all these thin pencil-like structures sticking up from the mud and the water there by the bunches. Those are the young shrub roots of the black mangrove. Here in the Caroni swamp, it's home to over 180 species of birds. The most common one of them all, it's the herons. We have the little blue herons, we have yellow-crowned night herons, tricolored herons, boat-billed herons. There's lots more of the heron species. We have the egret species, the white snowy egrets and the larger great egrets. We have a various number of owls, a various number of wild ducks. We have the masked cardinals, pink flamingos, and the main attraction is the scarlet ibis, our national bird. There's over 30 species of fishes. We have tilapia, groupers, snappers, tarpon, which is locally called granticai, snook, which is locally called boucher, 2 types of mullets, 3 types of catfish, and the list goes on. There is also a various number of lizards, including green iguanas. There's over 5 different species of crabs. We have blue crabs, hairy crabs, sea crabs, fiddler crabs, and then we have the tree climbing crabs. And as we go along, if you look very closely on the roots and branches of the trees, you will see a little spider-looking crab running on the roots and branches. Those are the tree climbing crabs. We have millions of those. Those are a vital supply here to the swamp. Now these tree climbing crabs, they feed on the little nutrients and deposits, detritus, animal matter, plant matter that floats with the tide and sticks up on the roots and branches. And in return, most of the larger species of birds, such as herons, egrets, scarlet ibis, They all feed on these tree climbing crabs as well as the fiddler crabs and other crustaceans as well.